Consider this. Your prospect's photo tells you everything you need to know to sell them. You just haven't been trained to see it yet. Hey, Darlene, on several episodes of What LinkedIn Doesn't Tell You, we introduced the likability system, 4 buying styles, 4 completely different messages. And today we're going to go even earlier into communication.
Earlier than the message? I'm not
Yes,
sure what that means, Nancy. What could be earlier than words?
it's the photo. It's the picture we see. It's before anyone reads a single word, Darlene. They're taking in what you look like. They're looking at your photo. And you've already looked at theirs. Ready?
So you're saying the picture is already communicating?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's shouting. Every photo is a decision, conscious or not, about how someone wants to be seen and viewed by the person at your photo. And once you know what to look at, that photo tells you exactly which of the 4 buying styles, which of the likability styles you're looking at before you read a single word.
Whew, that sounds complicated. So today, we teach you how to read the face with the likability system. And I'm Darlene Petrie, lead generation strategist, helping professionals turn LinkedIn visibility into real business conversations.
And I'm Dr. Nancy Zare, sales psychologist, showing you how to acquire clients confidently without being salesy. So, Darlene, we're going to walk through all 4 likability styles, but this time through the lens of the profile photo.
Mm,
And we're going to look at the expression, the styling, the color, the posture, because all of that is data that will help us figure out what their style is.
that sounds great. But before we talk about the styles, can you remind us about what the likability system is?
Good suggestion. Every personality system talks about 4 different styles. And in the likability system, it's based on 30 years of research. And we've discovered that each style responds to contacts and need a certain number of contacts before they can make a buying decision. We labeled the styles with numbers that represent these touch points. And so the numbers are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let's start, of course, with the number 2 style. You can think of them as that driver, that action taker, right? Because in only 1 or 2 contacts, Darlene, they're up and running and made a decision.
Right. The ones who need you to get to the point fast.
That's who they are. And so, what does their photo convey? They may or may not be smiling. And if they are, the smile is a notice me. It can appear smug, confident, even a little cocky, arrogant, maybe above it all. Their smile catches attention because it's unusual, it's quirky.
Hmm. So, what about their posture?
Good question, because they often tilt their heads and their bodies to look different. And so they could jut out their chin or they might be turned to the side. Rarely did they look directly into the camera.
Hmm.
It's not shyness, Darlene, it's posturing. They're trying not to connect with you, but to get your attention so that you look at them.
Oh,
An example. Just the other day, a colleague asked me to read a prospect's photo. And in that LinkedIn profile circle, you know that small circle on the profile, the man was pointing his finger outward. And clearly, this gesture signaled that he was different, outside the norm, somewhat extraordinary. In fact, it was telling me, look at me, pay attention.
wow. What about the details such as makeup, hairstyling, accessories?
Well, the women tend to wear heavier makeup, especially their eyes and their brows will be fixed. The men too, watch the accessories because they're big and bold and they're meant to call attention to themselves. The eyeglasses, again, big, bold, something that makes a statement. They have nose rings or piercings or body art.
That's all very interesting. What about the clothing?
Well, it too will make a statement. Again, bold colors. Or if they tend to wear monochrome like all black or all white, it's built around a statement piece. They're not afraid of color or big patterns or lots of skin showing. These are characteristics of that number two buyer.
So the whole picture is designed to say, look at me, not get to know me. It screams different, outstanding, unique, one of a kind.
You're right, exactly. And remember, we said what we said about messaging this style. It's got to be direct, fast, there's no warm up. The photo confirms it before you ever type a single word to communicate.
Wow. I have a feeling I know what's coming up next, Nancy. The number 4.
You're right. And of course, because you're number four, Darlene, the connector, you're going to find that the smile is warm. It's a genuine smile, the kind that makes your eyes crinkle. It's often a broad, toothy grin. It seems to come from the inside and just bubbles up and oozes out through their eyes. And unlike the number two style, number four buyers look directly into the camera.
That's very interesting. So direct eye contact, but for a completely different reason.
Yes, the number two style uses the camera to be looked at, and the number four style will look at the uses the camera because they want to look at you. They want to make connection with you. And it's almost like they want to come right out of that picture and welcome you with a hug.
That's awesome. What about styling?
Well, the women will have modest makeup. Usually the eyes will not have makeup at all. The hair is often long and flowing, and it's more natural for both genders. If they wear eyeglasses, it won't be anything that grabs your attention. The jewelry is also unremarkable, except for the fact that the women prefer what's called dangle earrings, the kind that move about and are long and kind of, again, just a little subtle way of getting your attention. And as I've already told you, the whole point is that this is somebody who is, their clothing is loose and casual. They want to be approachable, Darlene. They lean towards earth tones and pastels, nothing too gaudy or attention-getting.
So it's the photo of someone who wants you to feel comfortable,
Yeah.
not impressed.
Great distinction there, and that's the whole point. And remember, the words that work with this style are words like together and genuine, authentic, community. The photo already told you all this. This person buys relationships first.
Oh. So, Nancy, just yesterday I came across a profile that immediately gave me a warm feeling inside. She was smiling, had her hands extended in welcome. Her photo just screamed friend.
Friend, I love it. It's a great example of the number four style. Well, let's turn our attention now to the number six, the processor. Much more formal and structured. That number six style values proof and procedures.
I can already picture it. Very put together, very professional. I bet they prefer a studio headshot to an informal one.
Yes, definitely. And often the number four, of course, you'll see kind of a setting or a social event or scenery. But with that number six, it's a studio. And if there's a smile, it's more controlled. It's triggered by the camera. And so you're going to find that it's a bit reserved. It's more distant. It's not controlled. And for men, they're going to be clean shaven, or if they do have a beard or a mustache, you're going to find that it's very closely trimmed and cropped. Their clothing is often buttoned up to the neck, And that's a sure giveaway of the number 6 style.
Yeah, okay. And what about their color palette?
Well, it's very limited and deliberate. You see, they prefer the, dark navy or black or charcoal brown or, things of that sort. The shirt or the blouse is white or pastel cream colored and so forth. The men are often photographed in a suit jacket, so they come across as being very conservative, and the tie has little or no pattern. The women will wear small, understated earrings and very light makeup.
Okay, so everything about it says, I take life seriously, I'm a professional.
Yes, that's exactly the point, because this person, remember, is very focused on doing a good job and following the rules. So there's nothing casual, nothing left to chance, because that's how this style approaches everything, including, of course, your offer. Remember, this buyer, you want to address them formally by saying Mr. or Ms. and their last name until they give you permission to do otherwise.
Oh, okay. I find this style easy to spot because they look so put together. It's impression management, a message of being in control. Okay,
Yeah.
so what about our last style?
Right, this is the number 8 style, the analyst. I always like to tease Darlene about 8, that when you turn it on its side, it's the symbol for infinity. Because although this person is the slowest in making up their mind, they definitely need a lot of information and a lot of touch points before they can go forward. But this is a person that's visible to you even before you study their details, because this person doesn't like to be photographed.
So, how do you mean?
They're not smiling. And sometimes they
Hmm.
look outright unhappy or uncomfortable that their photo is being taken. They tend not to have much of a hairstyle. The women don't wear makeup, little to no jewelry. And if they do wear glasses, they're very plain, often those rimless type of eyeglass. The men they tend to have beards, and they tend to be a bit long and even maybe unruly.
Oh,
This is a characteristic of that number 8 style.
okay, so it's the opposite of the driver in every way.
Yes, because this person just doesn't, want to be noticed, whereas the number 2 is saying, "Look at me." Okay, but the number photo is 8 is saying, "Please don't pay any attention. It's not what I wear. It's the contents of my mind that's important." And so the number 8's clothing, often they will imitate or copy the number 6 style, meaning that it will be more plain and more conservative and so forth. They often find a uniform to wear. Think Steve Jobs, who had the black turtleneck and designer jeans. They may also be wearing clothing that looks a bit out of date, like it was, last centuries ago, okay? Because appearance is not important to them.
Okay, and what words will work for them?
Oh, they geek out on words like research, data, facts, logic, learning, education, right? No adjectives, no hype. The photo has already warned you that they're flat, plain, and matter of fact. So you want to match it.
So, four completely different faces, all that information without ever registering it consciously. People just scroll right past it.
You're right. And that's exactly why in the LinkedIn Profile Lab, we don't just look at the words, we look at the photo too. Because your own picture is broadcasting a style, whether you thought consciously about it or not. And if your photo says perhaps the analyst style, that number 8 style, while your word says number 2 style, I'm ready to go, you're sending a mixed message before anyone reads a single word. And chances are the viewer's not going to stop, and they're going to keep on scrolling. That mismatch is more common than most people realize.
So, here's your challenge for this week: pick 5 profiles in your feed. Before you read anything, look at the photo and guess the style.
And then we suggest you read the headline and see if you were right. Notice what you were picking up on, because you already have that instinct, and today we just brought it into consciousness and gave it a name. And that's what LinkedIn doesn't tell you. Would you like to know how effective your own profile photo is and what it's communicating? Message us and you'll receive a diagnostic evaluating your profile's first impression, credibility, and connectivity.
And what I also like about it is also includes a recommendation you can easily make right away, right now, to optimize your profile.
Yep, there is currently no charge for the diagnostic, so take advantage of it before the pricing goes up. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on What LinkedIn Doesn't Tell You. I'm Dr. Nancy Zier, sales psychologist, showing you how to confidently acquire clients without being salesy.
And I'm Darlene Petrie, lead generation strategist, helping professionals, you, turn LinkedIn visibility into real business conversations to your business success.